Hello, good evening, and welcome to another scene for Unmask Orlando. Tonight we will see ourselves in a local bar where an unconventional meeting occurs randomly. And we'll start with Mr. Arjun, who is the main bar person.
So yeah, Arjun is hasn't been out for a while. For a little bit, he got his ghouls to come to go get people and bring him back home. But he's decided to go out again. Although he still wants to feed on someone drunk, because otherwise he might do something that might get him killed, like attacking an elder. But so yeah, let's see. Actually, what would you guys say is the rack is diff what to feed?
Uh, Not a clue.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. God dang. Probably just like difficulty 7.
It's probably standard.
It very well
I
could be
mean,
7.
an area, for example, that's uh, pretty much common and unclaimed is where my store will be. So, you know,
The difficulty goes up and down depending on how easy it is to get the people away, how, that kind of stuff. But it's
yeah.
1 or 2, so.
Yeah, we can just skip it. But yeah, he's just at a bar, kind of watching because he doesn't have eat food eat food. He doesn't have the eat food merit. So he's just currently looking for someone to feed on, someone drunk that he'll be drunk himself, somewhat tipsy at least. Maybe not drunk, tipsy.
So, what is John doing?
John is. Well, he saw Arjun enter the bar, so he thought, don't I know that person? I've never met him truly. I never asked him to be a friend yet. Hmm. He starts following him to the bar and, like, just slowly watching, waiting for a time to talk to him when he probably isn't eating someone or after he's done eating someone.
Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Feeding blood pool.
So, what's happening next?
Guys,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Well, I assume we have gone out for a ride into the city. Thomas is at the back seat because it's no secret that he's following us, but probably obfuscated, right?
Definitely obfuscated.
In the back seat.
In the back
Yes.
seat, yes.
Okay. Does it.
In the back seat of the SUV.
You want to roll that obfuscate versus my auspex to see if I know that you're there and just
Uh,
we'll talk about it?
well, it's the obfuscate is not for you, obviously. You know
Right.
that you're being followed,
I do.
as I have been very, very transparent with you.
You sound like a very possessive girlfriend. That's really scary.
No, I'm protecting him because he's being an idiot.
Uh
Anyway,
huh. Uh huh.
uh,
Standard practice to protect idiots from themselves. It's my favorite line of work.
well, it's not to protect him from himself necessarily, but anyway. So yeah, we will park outside and start walking around, try to find a bar because this is the common place. And yeah, I'm this casual, if that can be considered casual.
With a
So
cup, that's half fine. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty casual.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm just having fun. But yes, it's casual. How is John being about his following? Is he being like stealthy about it?
Uh, he's obfuscating himself, being a weirdo, following you.
Yeah. I
And
can't find difficulty for the rack, but according to the rules, he normally starts at 8 blood. So I'll just say he finds someone and he's on 8, like feeds enough to be on 8 blood. Someone that's drunk, so he'll be tipsy.
when it looks like you are not busy or about to gouge someone's eyes out or something like that, he will tap you on the shoulder and try to introduce himself.
Oh, it's you. He'll say with a smile.
Hi, I
John.
yes, this guy, John. Yes, I saw you enter the bar and I thought I don't know you that well, so might as well introduce us to you.
Oh yes, you're the guy that keeps saying us when talking about himself. Hello.
What do you mean? I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about us. Yeah, he says that while he has his hand in the air trying to offer you a handshake.
He'll shake the hand.
Pardon my manners. I kinda forgot what your name is.
Arjun.
Arjun. Hello, I am John, as you already know.
Yes. I wonder though, who else the other person? Who is the other person? You keep saying us.
This is she. Yeah, he taps his bag. She doesn't like it when other people know her name, so we shall just keep calling her her. I I want to tell you her name, but I can't. Oh dearest of dears. But she'll
No,
be fine.
What happens when your friend gets angry? When you tell other people her name, I wonder.
I wonder. How very curious. I have never tried that before. Do you want to see what would happen? I want to see what would happen now. You have given me the biggest curiosity.
I'm not sure this is the safest place to do so.
Probably not. We could just do it some other time when we are not in a bar. Unless you want to go out and try it out.
Hmm, not right now. I'm kind of comfortable here right now.
Hmm. I assume you are enjoying your drink, Mr. Arjun.
Yes, it was needed.
I don't actually know much about you, and that's very terrible for me. I like knowing people. We like to know. Would you be a friend?
I can tell you about me. Whether we'll be friends will be left to time. I think time will tell.
Hmm. I can be very friendly if need be. I Uh, she says she will kill you if I tell you your name. Well, try to. It
I
should
shall smile.
be
Hmm.
fine.
And many have tried. As you see,
I
I'm
don't.
still standing in front of you.
I don't want to try. I want to make friends and learn you.
But yes, I'm Arjun, one of the gypsies, deceivers, charlatans, shapers, seekers. We have many names.
And what name do you pick for yourself?
Hmm.
Which one have you ever chosen one?
I'm not very picky.
Ah,
I do not like one of the names people have found for us, though. Criminals.
and criminals.
Oh, you see,
But
he's going through the nicknames people have for Ravnos.
hmm he is going to remember all of this. But aren't we all criminals, technically?
Are we?
Well, that depends on the definition, I guess. But to them, yes. We stalk them. He looks around and then he whispers to you, we prey on them. Isn't that what criminals would do?
Hmm. Not sure we can call it crime when you need to do it to literally survive.
To them, it is a crime. But as someone has told me before, who really cares what they think?
Indeed.
I think it's a good time for us to intercept this meeting.
Yes, indeed.
So, and Thomas probably is out of obfuscate at this point, so it's not awkward. So the three of us will enter the bar, and whoa, some familiar faces. Oh, John
Good,
is here.
good evening, both.
John,
He sees you, he looks at you, and he looks away. Hi.
Mr. Malik, how are you? Nelson!
He muted himself.
Had to mute myself for a little bit. He'll smile. Ah, Alexandra, right. And I see, has he met the other two?
Uh, I think he met Thomas, but not
Yeah.
Thorn.
I have
Uh,
no pleasure. Yes,
this is Thorn Alexandra. This is Mr. Arjun Malik. I believe you've met Thomas.
Yes, I've met Thomas.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance again, sir.
indeed.
May we join you?
Of course, I see no objection.
John is, when you say that, he's going to try and hide the bag away. Like his bag, he's gonna put it somewhere where it can't see you.
Who's the you?
Me.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, there were some things happening. Anyway. Um, John, have you met Thorn?
Uh, I
yes.
believe we met at the first meet.
I was at
I
his
believe
introduction. Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
A clever trumpet player.
He
Yes,
smiles at you.
Arjun here is around us. Isn't this interesting?
We have other
Very.
names. We are in public.
Nobody will understand us. I assume that the table we're sitting in is quite, you
True.
know,
Yeah.
secluded. Like, we're not stupids.
Hmm. How very odd that all five of us would meet at a very random bar.
In a
That is
place as
all.
big as Orlando, true.
Well, I haven't been much out of my own domain, and this is the common area, so we decided to explore a little bit. It just so happened that this was the first stop.
A happy coincidence, gentlemen.
They say coincidences can mean something, can lead different things.
Many people also don't believe in coincidence.
What they believe is pointless. It's what happens that matters.
Well said.
How small. Hmm. I like you.
You don't seem so bad yourself.
Thank you.
John is just like gazing at Alexandra and like gazing away, like trying to think why the girl seems to be fucking screaming at him about her. Just trying to figure it out, but he can't piece it together.
The mystery.
Arjun, I would like a word sometime,
Of course.
but a bit more privately.
Oh, and he'll smile like he'll have a sly smirk. Is it? Are you sure it's a talk you want?
Mr. Malik, you assume too much. But in any case, is there more than talk you're offering?
He'll shrug. Anyways, well, we'll see, I guess. But I did hear there was a party at their chantry not so long ago.
Exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
Smile. Hey, look right at you. I look right at you. I'm like, I told you. I told you so.
Our party sounds interesting.
Um, if I may, perhaps this isn't the best discussion in present company.
Well, actually, I do turn it to Thomas, and you did not hear the rumors. And then I glance back at Alexandria, make a note of that.
Do elaborate, please. I haven't heard any rumors.
So I have yet to hear them. We look. I have yet to hear them either. What have you? But they're going apparently.
Hmm. Didn't you want some piano lessons from John Thorn?
Oh,
Piano lessons, you say? We can teach you, but you have to show us something, offer.
the eyebrow goes
Uh,
up for a second. Um. Well, I don't. What exactly are you wanting to know?
Everything, nothing, all at once.
just be careful what things you mention in public and the wording you're using. And
Well,
she looks at Thorn.
I'm like, my name's. I go by Thorn. My sire was Alexander. His sire was William of Blackmore, whose sire was first name is in question, but we call her the Aluze, whose sire was Jesu, whose sire was Draysong, whose sire was the eldest of Clan Venice.
Alexander will look at Arjun and kind of nod to him that let's go at the dartboard. I kind of started this conversation as a,
Give you all reason to pop.
yes.
Yeah.
So
How loud is this bar?
it's a bar.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Like,
So
loud.
moderately loud.
god damn it.
Is Arjun
Uh,
following? Is the question.
Yeah, Arjun follows.
So actually, so try to go as far away from the table as possible, and you can cut back to your conversation
We'll
if
converse,
you even notice that.
we'll converse for a moment and pass it back over. I've been trained in the colonic arts of my area. I was born in America. I actually got in my undergraduate of folklore, which led me to Transylvania, Romania, and Siberia and Russia, where I guess I joined the kindred.
this is what literally will happen. John will just look at you, smile, listen for how many hours you want to fucking tell your
Yeah, that was
story,
it.
and
That
he
was it.
will remember everything out of it.
That's what I
Oh,
was talking
literally,
about.
that was it. Well, that
Yep. But yep, yeah, no, that was it.
you're you are very easy. You have taught us about you. We have learned some of you, but you took the fun out of learning. But you
Oh,
did teach us, so we will teach you piano, but only the amount you have told us. Basically, what he said is he's going to teach you piano based on the secrets or what you tell him, like what the amount of stuff you told him about you, I guess, if that makes sense.
cool.
Yeah. So he'll teach you how to fucking do a twinkle twinkle little star something. And unless anyone else wants to do something, we can talk to Arjun and Alexandra.
Yeah,
Barry,
yeah.
Yes,
you want to add anything?
I would.
I'm sitting here with Julian, keeping an eye on him and conversing with him.
Okay. Let's cut back to the other two. Um,
The less attractive group.
the more attractive group.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah,
it was the pool
I
party.
mean,
yeah.
Alexandra and Arsham together have as much appearance as the other
I
three
think he has
together.
all three of us maybe stacked, possibly. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, we'll have like double what they have. Don't sell a sword. Anyway, uh, it was about the pool party that I wanted to talk to you. From what I
Yes,
understand, you're close with Katya. Have you seen her since then?
I left the Gentry a few days before. I haven't seen her since, no, unfortunately.
That's worrisome. I was hoping that you'd have news of her.
I do have to get back with her, but no, it's been a little bit. How did the party go?
It was a disaster.
That
Mm. Are you familiar with that neonate?
Yes, well, maybe you're not familiar, but I've had the displeasure of meeting him.
How much do you know about him?
Probably more than he would like me to.
Yes, I think I find myself in the same predicament, and only eager to find out more. I assume then you know of what I speak.
He is not really who he says he is,
Mm-hmm.
and he will die.
Oh, I will make sure of that. What he did at the party, well, apart from being very bold, I don't know if I should tell you this. He was violent.
With Gotcha?
Yes, when I tried to whisk her away from him, I found myself frozen in place and then flinged at the other side of the room along with other two Ancilla. So he is powerful,
Oh, yes.
very. I don't know to what extent, and I don't know many details. I have asked Conrad to arrange a meeting so we can assess the situation, if you will.
He's an elder, much more than just a neonate.
Yes, I assumed as much from what I was told, and also that he was supposed to be dead, staked and left for the daylight, I heard, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Indeed, it doesn't.
Something tells me that we will need a lot of force.
That we will. A lot of us. It will take a lot of
Mhm.
us.
But before we go to that, we will have to get more information about him. And I think that Conrad is the best source. He seemed to be somewhat resistant compared to the rest.
That and Conrad is probably one of the kindred who knows him best, if not the one who knows him best.
Well, I assume so if I deduct by their name that they
They,
share.
yes, they were once brothers.
Hmm. I assumed as much. Sad that one of them went to such a dark path.
She will regret it. Believe me.
Well, I'm planning on that. Well, as it is, there is a substantially powerful elder in the city at this moment.
Indeed, we could ask her for help.
Yes, I have already made some arrangements in that regard. I believe that she'll be trustworthy enough. I don't know if we should take it up with a primogen. I wouldn't. I don't know if this would be a good idea just yet.
No, she's. Well, she could be under his sway. unwillingly.
Yes, I'm afraid that might be the case. What he used on me to freeze me in place, I don't know what this was, but it wasn't domination.
So,
So let's pan back to the others.
Flip, flip.
Flip, flip. So we keep the things balanced.
You
Thomas,
said earlier that you know uh, our history.
I've studied a good amount of kindred lore, yes. Not as much as I would like, but I'm hoping to remedy that further.
And what do you know? Out of character, how high is your dot?
Academics 3, occult 4, intelligence
What
5.
what's your kindred lore at?
Not moved up, but I'm going to spend XP on to raise it up.
Yeah, but what
The
is it
thing
at
is,
though?
I forgot for I think it's 2 for my one for kindred law nor and 2 for other.
Uh,
So it's not that high yet.
hmm,
Occult's the highest. I can show you blade work.
it's no. He smiles. He looks at
Okay.
Thomas.
How about
How
something
have
else?
you been, friend?
I'm pretty good today, John. And have you been behaving yourselves?
I think I did something wrong. I've been getting yelled at non-stop.
So
by
what have you?
your friend, and he'll like
by
point to the bag.
my friend. Wait, you're not here. You can't hear that.
Well, maybe we're turning back because I don't know
Yeah.
what else there
No,
is to
that's
say.
right. We're in the same place. My bad. Oh, my bad. So we're not in the same place.
Yeah, we're on the other side, so he can't hear us.
I wish I could still hear you. Damn it.
Actually, John, these days I'm keeping Julian here company.
Uh, could you repeat that?
I said, John, these days I'm keeping Julian company.
Oh,
Hello.
and how is that? How is that
Uh,
going?
pretty well so far. He hasn't done anything overly stupid.
Anything interesting?
Sadly, no, it's been uneventful. Although
Yeah.
I suspect my other friend wants it that way.
Out of character, may I remind you that you have signed a non-disclosure agreement? Thank you.
I
So,
haven't disclosed anything.
so even if there was events, you're not allowed to discuss them.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Da, 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 da.
I
Back in character.
out of
Let's
character,
continue.
I didn't give him anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Mhm.
just saying. Making sure.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah. Whatever. Go first, choke.
Ooh,
Back in character.
Yeah.
ask both of them since I've got them. How well do you all know? Oh, his name is so hard to pronounce. The neonate Lasombra.
Jacobo?
Uh,
Thank you.
Jacobo?
Yes.
Jacobo.
Chaka,
No,
Shukubu, Shaki
I
no nos.
haven't seen him since the bar. You know, he might be more interesting to learn. He seems to
Well,
hate or glare at me when I told him that he wanted to prove himself or something.
it seems obvious because he's actually come to me suggesting the same thing. Since me and him are both unusual, bit as you know, we're rarities.
You know, I've never met a shadow person before. I always wondered if they could No, I won't tell you that.
I'm not overly familiar with them myself.
Will you teach me about the things you know about them?
Well, we can trade. We can easily trade information on aspects. Because I imagine this is in character and out of character. I imagine our clans, like the clans with aspects, you know, little tricks that you all have done for years and years and years to practice your aspects, and we've done the same thing. You know what I mean? The gangrel and us probably try to learn animalism differently, but it's still just like out of game tough stuff.
What if I teach you for some information? Interesting information.
I I'm kind of boring, but I actually like sharing of information. It's kind of my thing. Guru. I would absolutely. I would adore the idea of learning a fun hobby.
A what?
Music. It's just something I've never had the time for. And now that I'm out from underneath my sire's thumbs, I can pick up a hobby or two along with my studies.
Your
I've
only
seen
out
music can be
outsider.
very relaxing.
Yeah, I figure piano is a good place to start.
Might I suggest you try the triangle instead?
Oh!
Roll for frenzy.
We can cut
Wow.
back to you guys now. Unless you guys want to say something.
Well, I guess.
If you do come back, Thorn's crushed. He's like, oh, ruined. And I'm just like, I literally like fall to the table, sprawled, like wham, face down. Oh,
I think we should go back.
Yeah, Arjun will probably be saying, but yeah, you'll look at Alexandra and say, I have risked my life saving culture. I will not have some, well, I hate to
Well, whatever that was. I
that.
wouldn't call it a man.
No, wouldn't call it a person, but I'd hate to have that. Take that away from her. Take her away. I don't think he wants to kill her. Simply make her his, well, pawn, slave, whatever you want to call it.
To what end, though? That's what I don't understand. Why would he return? Just torment her? I don't. Listen, um, at some point before the month ends, I will have to return to Miami for a couple of days. Perhaps I should take her with me.
If you will accept it, if you can take her away with you, do keep her safe.
I mean, it's not like I have not been identified already. He knows my face, he knows my name. He knows I would protect her if it came to that. But I don't know if he would connect the two without any other knowledge. So, if we're going to do this, we'll keep her even from her until the last minute. Agreed?
And he'll nod.
Okay, let's go back 'cause something's happening there and it will grow suspicious. It's good to see that we're on the same side.
You honestly, you honestly thought I was going to take this thing's side.
Well, no, I just didn't know where you stood. I didn't know what you knew. I know that you were not at the pool party.
No, indeed.
And of
I
course,
left. So I shall say, no, indeed. I left because I would have died trying to keep him away from her. His hands away from her.
then it was a wise choice. You'll get to live another day, and don't worry, we'll fix this. And they will return to the table and smile awkwardly. Why is Thorn on the table?
I believe his musical
I got
talent was insulted.
yes. Not to say I got royally burned.
Hmm.
Mr. Thorn, might I suggest another thing?
Yes.
What if you and
I can't. I can't
and
just. I can't teach you
mm,
Columbus
I
Phonecism.
don't
If that's what you're asking, unless you
I
have
do
a
not
certain.
want that. I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Since you seem to be interested in knowledge and I want to collect and learn, do you want to start a collection of sorts?
I'm planning on. I've bought property to open a and run a bookstore, antique primarily bookstore.
I will teach you how to play the piano and not the triangle, as I have said before. Instead, I will teach you the piano if you let me work in your store and you let me write and learn in your store.
I think that's a great idea.
I agreed. At least for now, until either one of us wants to change the structure of the deal. Agreed.
He shakes his hand. We will gladly teach you how to play the piano.
And we when we're open, we will. I'm saying we will bring you in, and if you'd like, possibly make you partners.
We have gathered a lot of money in our days. We have no use for it.
I have complete use for it because we need a beautiful stock of everything from antiques to notables. And with that, I'll start.
Uh,
We get after that, y'all. I'm liable to get boring and start pulling out lists of old books and I mean, get into it, including
uh,
all the occult, normal stuff, all of that, all of the normal stuff.
John is gonna tap you on the shoulder, and he's like gonna stand up, and it, you think he's gesturing you to follow him.
Do so. Somewhat
He
excited.
takes he takes you to the parking lot. He opens the back of his the trunk of his car. He opens a secret compartment. It's full of duffel bags. He gives you one, and inside of it, if you open it, it's full of money.
Gee, dude. Okay. How much? Do you know how much is in here?
Oh,
I'll work it out, and I'll give you what we don't need of it because I don't believe I need this much cash. I have enough of the property, but for stock, I mean, the more we throw in, the better our stock is. The better our stock is, the more our contacts grow. The better our stock and contact is, do I need to keep going?
the more people I get to learn,
Need
oh,
bingo
very fun.
and more options. Correct.
Well, then a deal is a deal. He shakes your hand, tries to do the handshake thingy.
I do so. Well, first I go for a deep bow, then I go for the handshake, just for that split second.
Please don't back away from your word.
I certainly have no intention to. I can
Well
use
then,
that.
friend.
Someone that can help with the load is good, and I don't believe Alexandria would be interested in it. And look at her. Probably not.
Well, you're outside, so
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Alexandra can't
Well,
really reply.
you idiot.
Well, swing by. Oh, do you know where Alexandria's Haven is?
No,
I don't believe you've
we've
been.
been to a
I
park.
I certainly cannot ask. I can't tell you on her behalf because that's rude as fuck. So I will
John
ask.
will just walk away now, and he will go to Alexandria and ask, like, literally, where is
Oh,
your haven?
that's like rude.
That's a very strange question from you,
Well,
John.
I come in pretty fast with a big bag, and I'm like, he's got like a lot of money in bags just floating around, and I want to get it inside.
Ah, why? What?
Well, I'm taking some of it.
Like hell you are.
Suffice it to say, it has much to do with
Not your
books.
haven. I'm not taking some of your haven, dear. I'm taking some of the money.
Leaving in about 5 minutes.
Do you know where this money came from? Are they legal, John? I think you have some explaining to do here, darling.
It is gained throughout the years. We have no need for it. We
And
only take some when we need to.
Thorn
Like,
kind of blinks at the whole legal money. But to say, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, money comes in money for. Money's not illegal.
it was an investment, someone once said to me. We said we didn't want it, we wanted friendship. They still tried to give us, so we
John,
accepted.
dear, friendship isn't something bought.
Well, it wasn't, because I just wanted to learn where they were, tried to give us money, but we just shoved I think it was a screwdriver down his leg. So he told us, and he still gave us the money, as long as we let him live.
Oh dear.
Okay, I think I've heard good enough.
Your friend,
Well,
you've obviously been friends with Arjun for a while. Does he know where your place is? If so, we need to get this off the street. If not, John, would you just mind hanging on to it, and I'll come pick it up later and take it back.
if you give me your address, Alexandra, I can come and visit you later.
Certainly.
Even better, I'll just hang on to the bag and just fucking call an Uber. So that's 2 for 1.
What's an Uber?
Good damn it,
No,
taxi.
just don't worry about it. Thorn, we'll figure this out. Relax, okay? You're being paranoid again.
That's just
Uh, actually, do you have a phone number? Do you have a cell phone, Arjun?
Yeah, and he'll give her his phone number.
Okay.
exchange information with
Uh,
phone as well.
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, well, I do have to go, but I'll see you all later, I'm sure.
You take care of
Goodbye,
yourself.
friend. We hope
Um,
to learn you someday.
stand up and be very pleased. Very well met to meet you.
And he'll shake the hand before leaving. And with that, I have to go. Enjoy the rest of the team, guys. Bye bye.
Bye now,
Well,
friend.
Bye.
So yeah,
I I think we should get going. We have to figure out what this whole thing is. John, you want to join us, perhaps?
Well, my entertainment just left, so I suppose.
All right, let's go then.
Where are you going? Are we going?
I suppose back to my haven.
As we're leaving, the ceiling fan in the little restaurant goes a little crazy and starts spinning at like double speed. And a couple of napkins start flying up, and it gets a little faster until the owner runs over, the bartender runs over and flips a switch, and it turns off. And the room still feels a little
Thorn, come on, let's go. People are watching.
Interesting.
Is John going to join us in the
Yes.
car, or is he
Oh,
taking?
he's gonna take his car. He's just gonna follow you guys. Because he brought his own car.
nice. Great. Don't have a vision while you drive, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me crash the injury fire. uh,
Who is driving for us?
I will take Thomas aside for a second, and I'll tell him to stay with John to keep him company for now. And I think this would be a good time to tell me about this whole Jacobo thing. Out of character.
Jack, what?
No, you're in the car. I'm on the side with Thomas.
It's
Thomas, go with John. Give him some company. Wouldn't be polite.
certainly. And are you aware of the bookstore thing they're doing?
Uh,
Sorry, I cut out for a second, but I'm in the car waiting for you all to join, and you've obviously stopped to have a conversation without me, so I feel a little left out.
not
Oh,
exactly.
no, that's
Uh,
okay. It's fine. It's fine.
not exactly. I'm just telling him to go with John. If you wouldn't interrupt, that would be great. Anyway, yeah, go with John for now. Um,
Is that all?
yeah, just make sure you don't lose the way to my haven.
I know the way to your haven very well.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry.
Well,
Lar-
hopefully nothing happens to you while I'm away.
well, I'm there. I can protect him. I assure you. Uh, so yeah, Larry, are you paying attention out of character? God damn it!
Yes, I am paying attention.
Then why didn't you tell me anything?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What did you say?
I said, are you aware about them doing the bookstore thing?
This isn't about the bookstore thing. It's about the La Sombra guy. I was there when they did the bookstore thing.
I thought you weren't supposed to be. Anyway, there's only the five of us there. And you were with the Lasombra guy, I believe.
No, I was away when they were talking about the La Sombra guy. This is the thing I don't know and you're supposed to tell me.
Ah,
Jesus.
well, I do have
Ah.
intelligence for this character, so I'll bring you up to speed.
No, maybe let's do it a bit more fluid, like in character. Okay?
Yes,
Like maybe I'm trying to leave and you like stop me and tell me that because you think it's important information.
yes, I will stop you.
Is
Hold
there
up a
some?
sec there, Miss Diamond. I have some
Uh,
more news to impart.
okay.
They were talking about a Lasombra gentleman.
What about him?
Uh, I'm not sure, actually. I was distracted by the banter between Julian and John about their piano playing in the triangle.
What about the La Sombra then?
I'd have to take a intelligence check to remember.
Ah, I hired an idiot.
You should have hired John.
If I can hear what's going on, which I very well might be able to, even from inside the car with Auspex heightened senses up, I
Well,
roll down the window. What about the Lasopra guy?
Tell Miss Diamond the details.
thank you, Thomas. You've been of great help. Please, you can accompany our little friend.
Yes, Miss
And
Diamond.
Alex will go in the car and turn on the key. And she will turn to Thorn and say, "What about the La Sombra guy?"
No, he thinks it's a cool idea for his idea was all over the place, but basically he wants. It
He said,
seems
"Yeah,
like
when? When did you see this guy?"
just a couple of days ago, after I was out feeding, but say just saw him in the rack.
Oh, and you didn't think to tell me about that.
It's only a matter of moments, but I completely apologize.
No, just tell me what he told you.
No, he didn't tell me much of anything. Some of his old pack are still in town, apparently, and they're still part of the Sabbat. He thinks it's a neat idea to maybe find info on them and turn them over to the cams. Kind of.
Out of character. Although
What?
Mhm.
I actually wasn't there for that scene.
Uh, no, but you were on the table when he was telling about it to John.
I didn't
Jesus,
know if I had
Larry,
anything.
pay attention, dude. Anyway,
He would like to find them, so I think he wanted to go and look for some
you
certain gang marks
do
in
you
that.
really trust him?
Oh no, of course not.
Then why would you go with him? He's being watched 24/7 by the Tremere. I
Oh,
don't want you anywhere near him.
with that, my eyes light up double. I'm like, interesting. So that's a double goodie, but at the same time,
Thorn,
I'd like for them
why are you
to.
doing this?
I'm not doing anything. We were just meet. He was going to meet. I made plans with him to meet and discuss it further because his plan was very slip slot.
Yes, I like. Don't you think that this might be a trap?
And blink a few times. You're worried about that.
Of course, I'm worried about that. Like, I'm trying to help you here so that you maybe not in
Mm.
50 years, but less be accepted. And
Actually, I reached out and grabbed my little clove cigarettes. I'm like, I'm not worried about trying to out Foxhole Sombra. I figured that'll take about 12 minutes of thought after it gets this little plan together, and then I'll have more information of what his actual thought process is. I'm not worried about him. I am worried about the neonate Mikkel.
well, I'm worried about him. I'm worried about you if you go with him in this excursion that he wants to do or whatever he wants to do. We are already waiting for intel about the Sabbat raid. You
Exactly.
you were not at the meeting.
Exactly. All this could be put off until after the Sabbat raid. If you do anything beforehand, the prince will get mad, and that's what I'll tell him. You'll be stepping into, might be messing up their previous operations, which will make you, sir, look like a spy. And then if
Well,
he still
he
pushes
already
it,
looks like one.
but then he'll have to choose to push it or not. And then we'll know, won't we?
Do you have any other information on this guy?
Not much. Except for his plans are slipshod.
His what?
His plan was all over the place. And not well thought out. That's why I just talked him into
I,
discussing it
I
further out.
really mistrust this person. And I don't know if he is a spy or what he is, but my instinct on these things is really wrong.
I don't trust him much either. Of course. It was probably set to be a trap.
Just promise you'll be careful. Like, okay, I have Thomas on you, but
Hmm. And
I
we
would
get it.
I wouldn't want to get him into danger either. It seems that everything is happening all at once in this city. I
And open the car, and as you walk around, I lean over and open the car door for you.
thought we were
You
already in
should
the
have wore, but yeah, you should have wore the red shoes.
perhaps later.
Ah, meow.
First, Thorn. Still giggle
Hmm.
a little bit. First, we need to figure out this whole business with the cash. But anyway, let us be on our way.
I'm gonna be. I plan on being completely fair with the little Malkavian guy.
Well,
I'm not really interested in money except for using it to grow a business, use it for contacts.
you will require to stock up on the bookkeeping,
Exactly.
so and that will not be cheap. But anyway, we will discuss these matters when we reach
Whoops.
my heaven. How can
Lost
you?
connection. Sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing. It just.
Anyway,
It just.
BRB. Let's cut to the other car.
Gotcha. Click.
I'm driving with John towards Alexandra's haven.
So have you done anything other than stalking Thorn?
A bit of light feeding, nothing much else. John, yourself?
Uh, I tried learning someone, didn't go well.
Who was this someone?
I think he was a gangster.
Was he a kindred gangster or a regular gangster?
He was just a regular person. He tried to shoot me, so I guess it's fine.
Well, it does show he has at least somewhat good taste.
At least he got to hear some beautiful music before it ended.
I find human gangsters to be exceptionally unreliable,
Uh,
especially if they know you're a kindred.
they do tend to defecate themselves when they find out.
And when the fear wears off, the greed sets in.
The greed.
Oh, yes.
Explain.
The gangsters, who again are, of course, greedy and mortal, they figure how much more money could I make if I was immortal, and all I needed to survive was a bit of blood, which I shed in buckets every week.
I have met someone like that before. He was, if he was, if he lived long enough, he would have been a great Ventru, I suppose.
I never had much use for Ventrus.
They can be useful. I've heard they can control minds.
That would be moderately useful now, I have to say.
I could just make people tell me what they have instead of asking.
Yes, but if you violate someone's privacy, they tend to respond aggressively. I have to violate people's privacy a lot, and they are not very appreciative of my efforts.
Is it for your work?
It always is for work, but the fact that they don't appreciate my presence is the whole point. I find it very inconsiderate of them.
I think your presence is very calming. It means if someone tries to kill me, you'll kill them before they kill me. Unless
Uh,
someone hires you to kill me, then at least I'll die by a friend's hand.
no one has paid me to kill you, nor has
Yet,
anyone inferred for me to kill you with payment.
yet,
Yes, yes.
it will happen. I, the things I see when I close my eyes, those will lead someone to want to kill me someday. We bet on it.
I think you overestimate your importance, my friend.
I don't. It's just I see the future sometimes, and things people don't want me to see. I've seen them.
You mean you see a possible future?
I suppose.
Well, time is always in motion. The future is always in motion. We unknowingly could kill a mortal tomorrow who could wind up being a senator who passes an important bill later for our survival. And unknowingly, you would have killed him and doomed us all.
You make a good point. Maybe I won't die by your hand.
I could die by your hand.
I doubt I could hurt you.
I may be a powerful kindred, but I'm not immortal. Well,
I,
I'm not invincible, I should say.
I can barely fight mortals.
Fighting and killing mortals is not a problem for me.
I've learned to just hide away in the shadows and listen instead of doing killing. But
Striking,
sometimes,
striking from the shadows now, that is very, very effective.
uh,
Oh,
will
excuse
you
me.
teach will you teach me someday?
I'm sure we can come to a suitable trade.
Mm, an agreement, an agreement then.
Well, if you have something to try to teach me,
I can teach you a lot of things. That depends on what you want.
you mean like the triangle?
Like the triangle. Contrary to popular belief, the triangle is a very fine instrument.
You're right, it is contrary to popular belief.
I guess, unless you want to say something more, we can cut back to them, to Sword and Alex.
Miss Diamond.
Yeah,
Yes, we're probably just putting up on our haven, so
others were pulling up at the haven.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go upstairs. Okay, let me pull up the image real quick.
I think
Miss
I'm gonna
Diamond,
go
are you
and
eating Miss Diamond, are you eating chocolate?
No ice cream.
Truly you are exceptionally evil.
Bitch, please.
Well, the evil thing is the shop closed 71 minutes ago.
Well, sucks to be you.
It does actually.
Anyway, we go to the house and we sit in this very, very luxurious, uh, whatchamacallit, living room.
Tell me,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Diamond, is this couch rich Corinthian leather?
You'll have to ask Barb. I didn't make the purchases. Please have a seat.
Thank you kindly. I trust that your friend Julian is still in one piece.
Yes, that he is.
And will I be required to incapacitate him later?
No, you're supposed to protect him. He's probably in his room. Thorn, where the fuck did
Well,
he go? Steve-O!
Well,
Sorry.
John just learned something new.
I'm getting my cat and dog on leashes to take them outside to use the bathroom. So I'm going out like a side little door. I'll be with you in a moment.
Certainly.
So, John, you have to help me understand what's the deal with his money. Because if
It
Thorn is
was a
going to
gift.
start a store, it has to be legit and legal.
Define legit.
As in, everything must be above board and
Well,
no
everything must be by
shady
the book, yes.
acquisitions.
Everything must be recorded.
Well, the man
Well,
did say that he got it through a laundromat and that it's all good. He winks.
That
Not
is
what that means.
not what this means,
That's
John.
close, but not quite.
Ah, you have to. Mm, I don't think that you can use this money this way.
So
Tell you what, I'll get you in touch with my stockbroker.
I do have this. He pulls out a credit card.
Okay, that might be more appropriate if you really want to do this. However, as for the cash, I will get you in contact with my broker and you can invest them. But
With
just
the
not keep this cash on you. You can cash in as soon as you want afterwards, as long as these particular notes are gone. You understand?
okay. I guess I should buy some stockbroker books now and just memorize it.
Well, it takes more than this. Do you have any finance knowledge or skills
He
or
has one dot in finance.
yeah, that probably won't do.
What stat do I need for it?
Well, higher finance probably like one dot.
No, I mean like what attribute?
it's a knowledge.
Probably
Ah,
intelligence,
Yeah.
so I
I
have
assume.
one, two, five dots in it, I guess, if I mix it all together.
Well, I
Neat.
guess it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, I can provide assistance with a broker of my own if you wish.
What is to be gained from this?
Mm,
Just more money.
no, just that your money will become legal afterwards because now they aren't. They're laundered.
He gives back the duffel bag to Thorn, unless
Thorn
yeah.
isn't back yet.
Oh shit.
Well, uh, if you're gonna launder money or accept laundered money, it's best to keep them safe in some place outside of the country.
It seems that you have done this before
John, my good
a
friend,
lot.
might I suggest Ireland is a
I
place
have
to keep your money.
knowledge of finance and law, so I know how things work. So don't assume. And she will give him a really stern look.
The funny thing is, John has a pretty decent etiquette, and he's a fucking idiot. Oh, I'm playing him as an idiot.
Yeah, you
Uh,
are.
damn it. Hmm. If I could turn this into real money, can't I just give it to Thorn and have him fix it himself so he can buy more books? Or if
I I would be opposed to that. He's already, as it is, in his
What?
situation, he's already on thin ice.
Uh,
Adding to his problems isn't.
there is the fact that yes, if my little squabble with Miguel, if there is a little squabble, that I may not need to remain in the city.
Thorn, darling, may I speak to you in
Oh,
private for a
I
second?
shouldn't have said that. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Steve's high. There's a chance I may have to relocate. So yes,
Is this out of character or like in character?
Well, I don't know. Were you back from the dog walk?
not yet. Just came back in. There we go. We can
Okay,
fix it out.
okay. Then you don't know what we're talking about. So,
In fact, I'm still walking the dog because I'm gonna get a soda.
so yes, he's not. He's a probationary member of the Camarilla at the moment, and starting a business that isn't 100% legit will reflect badly. So it's
Well
best
then,
that you take care of that.
I will
I can
gladly
help
accept your
you,
help.
of course.
By the way, when he's talking to you, he's still doing that weird, he looks at you, looks away, looks at you, looks away.
Tell me, John, do you
Yes?
have a human counterpart that runs the store for you?
He, I did once.
You see, when running a legitimate store, you need a legitimate human to be the face of the store, who can be thoroughly investigated by the authorities and be clean as a whistle.
And clump, clump the door. Now I come back with a doggy and a kitty, kind of excited and playing with each other, and I try to take them back to the back room.
I will get up and go in the guest room as well.
My lady.
Um, this money is laundered.
Good.
What do you mean, good? Look,
Well,
when I told you that I'll help you with your finances, it means that you have to trust me about some things. We'll let John deal with this, get them sorted. He can buy stock and then cash them in, but don't accept them just yet.
I didn't think that you were interested in any kind of permanent business relationship in this kind of business.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm sorry. No, literally, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, well, I didn't hear every word that you said. I
Oh,
didn't hear all of it either, because
I wasn't aware that I didn't believe that you would be interested in bookstore and rare book and antique at all. So,
why did you assume that?
you know, completely unfairly.
In any case, it's not like I object to you partnering with John as long as it's done by the book.
Of course, the whole thing should be above board. Of course, with me being barely involved with any of the paperwork and as safely as possible, using assumed identities and mortal aliases and completely mortal stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, you
employees.
probably need to get a human retainer. I know you don't like that.
I was thinking, and I probably will. Might need one or two.
Well, at least one, so that legally it can have a name. Well, If your selection of that person is good enough, you may even get an investment out of it.
Bingo.
Anyway, let's not keep our guests waiting. As you will pet the cat before leaving the room.
Do you want me to keep Savannah out?
Yeah.
They come back with the large Savannah cat in tow. No, no little leash on her. She's allowed to wander around.
As Mr. Thomas here was kindly explaining to us what a retainer can do for a great investment, I have decided to go find and enslave someone.
That isn't
Uh,
the word I'd use.
I have decided to make someone unfree.
I mean, and no, I'm like, I mean, he's right. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Neither am I, but
I want to find someone already in the business and just hire them. I don't need to be drinking blood around them. I can keep it very
even
separate.
so,
I know,
it's
and
the
they'll
only
probably
way to ensure that they won't embezzle or whatever else they might do.
well. I'm less worried about that because most of our stuff will be in stock. We don't like stock, and not like stocks and bonds, like stuff.
So out of character, if I were to ghoul someone, would they also go batshit insane?
Um,
Um,
and be 20 goals, goals, especially if they're goals for a long time, might very well start getting some of the traits that carry with the curse. So yes, a Brewhog goal might get a 1 dot frenzy.
yeah,
Like
but it's not gonna be a crazy person
yeah,
unless you specifically
not
go for someone that.
yeah,
Hmm.
Nosferatu goals after a while will get kind of not pretty, etc., etc. Yours might get a
So
little blah.
have we come to an understanding? I will go
Yes. Give me
make
a second.
someone.
I will get you the card of my broker. I she will go to her purse, find a business card, and give it to you. I will let him know you will be contacting him.
Thank you. He gives that your card and he just places the card on the table. I
Mental
have
note of
decided,
that.
I have decided to make someone freedom impaired and put all my money in their name. Well, not all of
Mm,
it, half of it,
uh, clean the money first and then do that.
yes. And
I find
then,
your choice of dialogue most interesting.
I've
and
got.
and
Do you need a fake ID? I've
I
got a lawyer
already
that
have
to fake
one.
with. Okay.
Can we perhaps not speak about so much criminal activity within my haven and within my domain?
But this is clearly legal,
Hardly.
very legal. So this freedom impaired person, shall we make this person the owner of this new establishment?
That's the plan,
Ex-
yes.
I would say no, actually. Have him make the manager. Make Miss Diamond's solicitor the owner.
That's accepting things in my name isn't something I appreciate, Mr. McMahon. This is
Your
not what you
solicitor,
were
not you
this
personally.
is not what you were hired to do.
I know, I'm offering helpful suggestions.
It'll be under Julian Weregold.
If Thorn
I
were to
assume.
ask me, then I would discuss it with him, but this is none of your
Are
business.
you interested in joining in the endeavor?
We shall see.
Look over at Ian about this, or well, blah, blah, blah. Thomas.
Actually, I would be interested in joining this endeavor.
Would you have any contacts and stuff that could be useful? I mean, if you, especially if you're actually contacted to the Middle East and the fucking Asmite clan, and
Well, I do have some retainers that could be useful.
that could be useful right there. That could save us having to gain more people if we need that.
Does that mean we're no longer going to get some freedom impaired people?
Well, it's a bit too early for that. For
Mm-hmm.
now, make the arrangements you need to do with the cash, and Thorn will let you know when he knows what he wants. Right?
I'll get it incorporated and everything, but there's a reason why I want Julian Weregold's name in there because if Kindred Circles gets around and we're doing rare and antique books, what's going to sound better to buy from? A Bruja Lady or the Zemise?
What about the
Well,
Malkavian?
And the Malkavian. The Zemise and the Malkavian
in
booksellers.
my
We got
opinion,
some books.
none of our names should be there, if you want my opinion.
Hey, I
Do
can try to move over to a. We can try to move over to a clone or fake incorporation and stuff like that, and try to do all that. I'm not that good with that kind of thing. Can you
Yes, I can. We'll discuss it later.
look over at John? Are we interested in taking in and bow to our lovely red lady, our inspiration? Anyone get the Aleister Crowley references? No, probably not. Moving on.
You are confusing the Malkavian.
Well, if there's not anything else to discuss, I believe we can call it a night, gentlemen.
Well, let's discuss. Let's set aside a time to discuss this further. But if I think if you, yeah, I mean, we need you. We need you now.
Well,
We
for
know how to.
now, John will contact my broker and deal with this whole mess. As soon as this is dealt with, then we can proceed.
I like this. Look over, John. I think we just made a coterie. Look over, Thomas. Oh, you want in?
Yes, actually, I would. I'd like to have a like investment going.
I want to make assumptions. You should people to like travel well. Are you like a traveling asmite? Like you go place for a couple years, go place, go place, go place.
Sometimes I have, yes.
That's handy.
Well, that's nice
Oh,
and dandy, but
excuse
Mr.
me.
McMahon is actually on the clock and should be.
Well, yes, I am on the clock for the moment, so any such activity is off the question until
No,
my
I
other.
mean, you should be watching the building instead of enjoying our fine company, at least for now.
The company is too fine, and I believe in your haven we are perfectly safe, madam.
How would you know that?
It wouldn't be your haven if it wasn't perfectly safe.
I
Hmm.
wink at him without away from Alexandra. Make sure that you don't. Make sure that she does not see it. You just give him a wink. We got it under control. But yeah, we'll discuss it. We'll absolutely get together and discuss this
What
later.
exactly you have under control, Thorn?
My apologies, but we seem to want to leave. We are going to go, and we are going to go now. Goodbye.
Have a good
Thank you for
evening,
your help.
John. Do let me
I
He
know
shall.
if you need
smells.
anything else.
You see him like hiding his fucking bag underneath his jacket.
I throw.
uh,
I have to like
we
stand and throw like escort you all out all the way and see that you like get to the car safe and I watch. It's a little weird.
we
Well, yeah,
I
but Thomas is supposed to stay watch outside of the
Yeah.
building, so we're sure
uh,
nobody's coming.
Well, I'm
we
keeping my eyes on Sir Julian all the time.
we are. I am pleased to meet you again, Alexandra.
Oh, nice to see you again, John. We'll keep in
Indeed.
touch. Do let me know if there's any trouble with the broker or if there's anything else you need me with.
Thank
I'll be
you.
available for a few more days.
Goodbye. He leaves, and you, if any of you have aspects on, you can hear him mutter to the trumpet about how she's not that bitchy, and I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you so angry? And she didn't do that. I think it should be fine. Don't scream, stuff like that. And he's gonna drive away now.
Okay, is Thorn back in the apartment and Thomas positioned outside the apartment?
We are, yes.
I think in that case, I look over you and go, I don't believe his trumpet likes you. As we shut the door.
Yes, about that. Oh, well,
That's
I suppose I can tell you.
hmm.
Well, I had to do something that I really don't like doing.
My brain inside my brain, I flashed to a conversation you must have had with Mr. Julian earlier because I've been
Uh,
with you most of the night. But that's just my brain. Go and I'm
no,
like,
no, that
what?
has nothing to do with a conversation with you. It has to do with John.
Oh yes. Do you have information about the Malkavian that we should know before getting into a business?
Well, we'll get to that. Let's have a seat.
Okay.
Well, I contacted him a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Evelyn, right?
The elder Malkavian. Yes.
Yes. Well, I contacted John so that he would get me in touch with her. And he started asking questions.
He's gonna have to have some information in order to pass it to
Well,
Eva. Was it Eve or Eva?
well, Evelyn. Well,
Evelyn. I'm sorry.
it's not necessary. She has contacted me and will be in touch about the incident. But John shouldn't be involved. He's still a neonate. I would not wish to put him in danger.
You're right. You're right. We
So I kind of used something on him.
glance at her.
Hmm?
What did you influence him in some way? What's
I might have entranced him for a little bit.
oh, I'm not your judge, my lady.
Well, it's not something that I enjoy doing.
Nor do I.
But I couldn't see any other way to convince him not to look into it. I'm not sure if it was a mistake, but well, I can't take it back, I suppose.
I will try to make sure he's able to retain the money until
Well, the
this
money
goal.
will be fine. He will go to my broker, he will invest it, and it will cash it back in. And it
Okay.
will be clean money, not the laundered one. However, what I wanted to talk to you about is about the names and whose retainers should be in charge there, so to speak.
You have idea?
Well, that should be something that you have to do. You have to find a retainer. It has to be in his name. He has to be bound to you. It's your business after all, partners or not. You should have the upper hand in that. I know you're getting very excited, and to be honest, you are quite naive in the matters of business.
I really, the American economics is a bit. I can
Well, that's
follow it.
why
Yeah,
you should trust me on that.
and
Take
I
my
will.
advice.
and I shall do so. I think I should. We should also absolutely, possibly hold off in buying that property until things settle down, unless it's something easily. Any size. I hate paperwork.
You don't
I
have to
hate
worry
the
about it.
paperwork. I'd rather be studying or out in the streets, out in the town.
Well, just lay low for a while. I don't think anything will happen, to be honest with you. But we need to make sure. You're pretty paranoid, though. Overly so, I'd say.
Over our young neonate Tremere, yes. Over the Sombra, no,
Well,
no.
I'm.
It's probably a trap that he's going to sit down and plan in front of me. So I mean, no, we can foil that in 5 minutes. Not
What,
worried about that. I
what do
can't
you
see what
know of
all
him,
what the
though?
Tremere are doing.
If there's anything that would be suspect about him, I want to know.
You think there's a really good chance if he was trying to lure me into a trap, of course, then it's settled. If you want to really know, ma'am, then what we need to do is go along with the plan as much as physically possible without it.
Well, the
And
plan is simple. Actually, we wait for intel, and as soon as we have it, we plan the raid. Neither you nor him are leaders of the raid. I am.
ah, do you want me to back you up, ma'am, or will there be a better spot
Well,
for you?
yes, I would prefer to have you with me. What I don't want, however, in my team is the Exabat scum.
I understand.
I don't want him in my team, and I don't want him in the team with my child or my other clanmate.
The downside of this is if he is actually trying to actually convert, it would be a shame not to have him because I'm not sure about this myself. I'm not that familiar with the Sombra, though.
I'm
But
not
my
taking the
understanding is
risk.
they are fierce in combat.
I'm not taking this risk.
Understandable.
Leave it to the Tremere. It's their problem, not mine.
Mm,
You, however, are my problem, so
bow my head again. Again, I don't know how I'll be able to repay you for the use of your haven until mine's sorted.
oh, don't worry, we'll find a way. I'm sure. And to wink.
Ah, I just look at Savannah and meow at her, meow meow meow, and she just goes to her door and goes into the room herself and can shut the door.
Well, at least you didn't send her to bring the red shoes, because that would be weird.
I don't think I could do that, and I'm not sure cats can see color. I think they can. Dogs can't. I don't know.
I think I don't know.
At
Anyway,
my house, I'm not sure. It's level. It's low level animalism. So for real, I don't
yeah,
know
I
how.
know.
If it was V5, we could have an animalist or a animal familiar, and that would be cool. Be a little bit smarter. Okay. He puts out his clove cigarette, blows it through the air. The wind blows. The smoke goes backwards from the ceiling fan that's probably like radiating air because this is Orlando. And I walk through it and it kind of just freezes around me because I'm cool like that.
Thorn.
Are
Already
we
showing
interested in
off.
being
Hmm?
Are you interested in becoming a business partner in this kind of venture? I thought it would bore you. And put my arm around her. And you kiss on the ear. and hold her tight. This was a side of you I did not know existed.
Which side?
Geez, not to say you're into these kind of things. It's just kind of, hmm. I just underestimated all kinds of. You're just, my red lady, and bite her ear, not with fangs.
Well, business is my thing. Expanding isn't anything bad. I'm already thinking of making franchises in New York and LA. But enough of that.
We need Paris.
Hmm, perhaps in time.
Have you been? And
Past.
give her a dip and start speaking foreign languages to you. As I lead her back to the bedroom.
And we'll fade it to black because Larry's gonna get very uncomfortable here in a bit.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Larry!
Who might be watching from like a window somewhere, hanging upstairs if he's bored. Nothing else going on.
Yeah, free porn!
Like a
I
fucking
didn't, I
soap
didn't, I didn't
opera.
realize what's his face did a runner.
What?
I didn't
Yeah.
realize John did a runner.
Oh, yeah, he said he was. So, anyway, let's end it here. Thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!